Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Chun Lo or belgeist here on Instagram. I've seen this artist in the past, but I was reminded of their work because one of you, thankfully, commented like two artists. So I'm actually going to be doing two recordings of these two artists. So thank you for that recommendation. But I think for these two artists, they're both high contrast and you see a lot of black in their work. So it has a very strong contrast kind of look. But anyway, we're going to focus more on, for today, on Chun Lo. Now, if you look at just their timeline here on Instagram, it has like a very grungy or rough aesthetic, right? It has a very... Wait, let me write some notes down. Because I feel like I want to mention Gigi cavenago or Gigi cavenago, because I think they have a similar style where they do have a lot of black in their work, but also they have like a rough look, like gritty, grungy kind of look. So we'll type in Gigi cavenago. Cavenago. There's also another guy. Oh yeah, Warrick Wong is one of my favorite artists as well. And they kind of have the same vibe. Warrick Wong. Like Chun Lo and Warrick Wong have a similar look. Let me just zoom in on this piece. Let me try this again. Okay, it's taking a while to load for some reason. I've drawn to my... Oh my god. Let's go back. I mean, look at that. It has like a mixed media look too. And it just seems so attractive, right? And you do see a lot of texture in their work, so you don't really see like smooth types of rendering. They like to show off like a bit of splatter, jittery edges, very opaque looking, bold. And yeah, there's a lot of black in the work, but also in terms of like the colors, very like saturated, very bright. Very like poppy types of colors, and like there's an energy to the way they do their illustration. It looks kind of like a sketch. Like, I can tell it seems like it's done quickly, but at the same time there's some deliberateness in there, meaning it's not too vague to the point where only you can understand it. Like as a viewer of this series of like sketches, paintings, illustrations, I do understand what's happening and I like it. And it's not always about like factual stuff, right? Like where they are, what they're doing, but it's also the emotion, which I think, because if there's no emotion in the work, like you don't feel, like it doesn't evoke some kind of feeling, it can lower the... I'm not saying it's not art, but it's one of the pillars of art, like emotion. Can it move you in some way? Yes, there's beauty. There is such a thing as objective beauty, right? But there's also technique, meaning does it demonstrate some skill, which based on, like, for example, for this piece, it does demonstrate, you know, some like solid, hard art skills, you know, drawing, some values, silhouette design. Even the way they're able to show the hands without showing all of the actual anatomy, like you can get the vibe of it. Oh my god. Like they matter, but it's incomplete if that's all you have. So you'll notice for like more emotional types of pieces where there's a bit of a narrative maybe, and sometimes it's not even like a narrative thing. It could be like a simple pose, but because of the way it's painted and the colors used, it just makes you feel something. Like you'll want to make it a wallpaper, because it just makes you excited in a way, or something. Like you feel some kind of attachment to that thing, to that art piece. And even if their illustrations are, you know, very energetic, wild, it's still consistent. Like they have a solid process in their work. Is this Berserk? Oh, it is. I haven't seen. I think there's an actual anime of this, but I haven't seen like the movie. I mean, look at how they can get away with having a lot of black in their work, right? I mean, look at the scape and everything in like this part, the torso and the pelvis area, all black. A huge chunk of this like huge thick sword, also black. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And I think I found Chun Lo before on YouTube. I do think they have a YouTube channel. But oh wow, a xenomorph, one of my favorite sort of sci-fi designs. The xenomorph alien design. Wait, let me just help. It's not loading. Honored to have the opportunity to draw all the covers for Dark Horse's Alien vs Predator. Oh wow. Thicker than blood. Interesting. We have a Yatwa, or the Predator. What the why is it? Okay. It's kinda late. I'm not sure what's in the middle. Is it like, oh, it's a Yatwa's head, I think. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Oh. And I think they like to color red for some reason. Right? You combine red with black, it's just a very iconic look. And yeah, I think this is some kind of backbone that's turned into a whip. Or maybe it's like a metal thing. But its design, its shape design is based on like a skeletal backbone of some kind of creature. Look at that. Very epic. And what's cool is even if you like zoom in, I think you can still see, or in the final phase, like you can still see the hatch lines. I think we did review an artist who kind of has this approach where they include like the more pencil like strokes in their final illustration. But in this case, they're pencil strokes. It's a lot darker. It's almost like they're using a charcoal pencil of some kind. It's not necessarily like ink, like a brush pen. Or maybe for this one, this jaguar thing, or panther. Oh wow! Oh my god! Look at that! This would be cool posters as well. I mean, look at how the shading was done for like these huge filled in areas just in black. You could have used like a bucket fill tool, but they like to show off the strokes, right? And you'll notice the black is not really black, it's like a dark gray, and because of that it helps show off like the hatch lines, which does give it that very comic kind of look. Although for inking, like typical like Western comics, think like DC Comics or Marvel Comics or Image, whatever, Dark Horse. I'm just saying a bunch of random stuff here. I see this kind of texture in the pencil stage. In the inking stage, it's not as common, I think. Maybe in old school illustrations, but I think for like on average for more modern contemporary ink work, they just fill in the black areas with just where they use a bucket tool essentially, where it's just one value, not much texture. I'm guessing it's to save time. Now maybe for covers you can see some diversity, but for like most of the comic pages, it tends to be not as like this. But you know, for the pencil stage again, yeah. But for the inking stage, it doesn't really go usually to this level, from what I've seen. But I mean, look at this guy. Forgot his name. Oh, Miguel. I think it's Miguel O'Hara. It's like a buff, thick Spider-Man. And I so lucky. I so lucky. Like most of the illustrations here could be like artwork for shirts, posters, prints. It's so just iconic. Like you would want to wear this or have this on your wall somewhere because it makes you feel something. Like in a way it contributes to your personal identity brand. Oh, I like the hair for this one. The mask is kind of on the outside. It's like, oh, it's a part of her hand, but it's more of a tattoo. Oh, that's so freaking cool. So lucky. Right, in the finished illustration, you can still see the pencil-like strokes, especially in the hair. Look at that. And they're showing some whites. I think it's white, like the face, the fingers as well. Like they're not afraid to both use white and black in their work. Wait, I think this is from a sci-fi series. Oh, I'm forgetting. Let me just 7 something. Oh, Stranger Things. Why did I mention 7? Anyway. Interesting alien. This specific alien reminds me a lot of the Parasite alien from the Parasite anime, where it's sort of I think it happened in the first episode, where the face turned into some kind of flowery kind of. Oh, guys, we have an Evangelion over here. Oh my god. This is, I believe, Ava 1. Am I right? Let me just check. I'm not sure, but I think it's Ava 1. Look at that. But this time they're pierced with this like red spear. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of Asuka, the one with the I think she's piloting the red one, the Ava 2. And that's kind of how she died, right? Being pierced by this sort of spear, like in the end, like in the last epic fight scene. She went out in a very horrifying kind of way, but you know. Again, look at the hatch lines for the shadow here. It's pretty dark, very textured. It's almost like a pencil that's been like a bunch of pencil strokes that has been darkened, or the contrast of that has been increased. It has a very graphic look. I think in Photoshop you have like a filter called graphic pen something, and it makes this kind of effect without you having to actually hatch anything. Interesting, the way it looks like. Do you see the some of the details here on the side? It kind of reminds me of a technique that, or a look. Check out the work of Nivanh Chanthara. Nivanh, huh? How do you spell it again? Nivanh. I think it's Canadian. Nivanh Chanthara. Like he does a lot of these biological mech designs, and it's kind of rendered in this way. There is ink, but the way they ink, the base is manually done with like I think a pen, but they can bring in photo textures or photos essentially, and then they'll convert that into like a black and white line kind of thing, and then they'll make it look like line work, and it's a super cool technique. I think it's better if you just see their work because it kind of looks like this. Kuzuma. Yeah, I think I found this one on YouTube, like this guy. Right? It's so freaking cool. And the way it's rendered, it's not like painted that crazily. It's basically like a set of base colors or flats and then shadows. But it's combined with sort of intense sketch lines or hatch lines. And even in like the open areas where you don't have hatch lines, you see like some kind of texture. I'm guessing it's a photo texture of some kind. That's sort of in some kind of layer mode effect that helps, you know, keep everything sort of tightly knit. So it makes everything cohesive. I don't see an RGB shift effect, and I'm guessing because when you do use an RGB shift effect, it can look cool, but you sort of lose a bit of the details when you do that. Oh, I think this one too. I've seen this on YouTube. I can't remember, but I've seen this way back. Right? Look at that. It's the Sith something. I do like the sword design. Looks pretty cool. Although the mask, I don't know. I feel like it has too many soft edges. But for Darth Vader, I feel like the design. I mean, yeah, you have some soft edges, but the overall like shape on the outside, it's like the corners are kind of cut and or pointy, and just harsh or hard. So it kind of contributes to that aggressive kind of look. And by the way, the face or the mask, the helmet of Darth Vader looks like a freaking skull. So when you look at it, it's like, ooh, it's actually scary. But this, I mean, it's okay. But again, I'm not a designer, so it's just an opinion. But again, look at the blending of the hatch lines, the color in the open areas combined with some kind of photo texture, and some soft light effects here a little bit to make this reflective area kind of shine a bit. Look at that. And even in the highlights here, they'll add like a line to indicate the edge. So pretty cool. Even these lines over here, the highlights or the reflective lights coming from the sword or the lightsaber. There's like a slight outline on the outside of these lights or red lights. Yeah, so that's the first art review of. I mean, look at this guy. It's so freaking cool. Chun Lo or belgeist. And yeah, I'm gonna link this page. I do think, do they sell prints? I'm guessing they sell prints. Let's check their link tree here. So I'm gonna link this page in the description below. Oh yeah, Kizerilla, I think is a good guy to recommend. Kai, because Kizerilla likes drawing a lot of comic book characters. Oh my god, I can't tell characters as well. Jesus, I'm cooked. Oh, I forgot this. I think we skipped this. We have Chainsaw Man over here. Oh my, can we load? This is the Jujutsu Kaisen guy. I forgot his Doji. Oh yeah, we started here. Rengoku over here. Not sure who this two are, but they look cool. Oh my, it's taking a while to load, but whatever. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.